Modded. And that spectacular fireworks display costing millions was brought to you courtesy of the Darty Based Dart. And he sent that to me as a New Year's celebration. And Happy New Year to everybody. And I have a message for him as well. Please, please, please empty your inbox on your email, because I've been sending you emails for weeks and nothing's getting through because your email box is full and I need to talk to you. Okay. So, that being said, let's get on with it. And the first one up is the Darty Based Dart. Now, first up he has what he says is a simple little mod. And he recently acquired an Aeon Pro X. Now, he's excited about this blaster initially, but with some light modding in the right configuration of accessories. I find it a fun and competent little rig suitable for public use. Since the obvious mods are being done by everyone, you see videos from Walcon, Captain X, Scrims mods, Thirst Nerf Fun, etc. And everyone has their own way of accomplishing similar things. Here's my kit and a bit about the process without the use of tape, crabble glue or 3D printing. Okay. It uses a stock front end part of the blaster bored out to accommodate the 139mm long worker threaded barrel threads to the front. I realised that if one is to use the barrel with no threads or without some other chamfering, there is a space between the muzzle and the rifling of the dart zone PCARs. This gap, or the speed bump as I like to call it, steals efficiency from the system. It allows air past and around the dart, destabilising it. Then when it hits the rifling, the dart isn't entirely aligned as it engages, causing a surprising amount of friction and drag, as the PCAR realigns the dart, thereby creating inconsistent performances. Okay. The barrel lock is an 18mm long bit of 1/2 inch CPVC conduit. I flat spotted to fit. I softened it in a pot of boiling water for 35 to 45 seconds, then pressed the breech end of the barrel into the centre of the tube using a kitchen towel to keep from burning myself. Then I quickly slid the part into place before cooling it under cold running water. When it's hot, even though it can be worked, it wants to return to its original shape. So when allowed to sit in place hot for a moment before shocking it cold, it tightens down. Oh, I see what he means. So you hold it there hot for a short amount of time, don't let it move, and it begins to tighten itself before you cool it, which makes sense because when you cool something hot, if you cool it too quickly, it tends to shatter on you. Okay, I gave it a quick paint and added cosmetic spacer for the exposed bit of the barrel behind the PCAR. I don't like the spindly, unfinished look of the exposed barrel. I assembled the kit and installed it into the host along with a 30mm aluminium spring spacer. This is now a 195 FPS blaster, more consistent and thereby more accurate as well. Very nicely done. He says, what else? Very little done cosmetically, save the confusingly coloured panels are now dyed Duplicolour flat black. The stock adapter is for Maximum Pro and the stock is from Nexus Pro. I removed the solder rails because they are unnecessary and I like the look of the M-lock slots. Okay. The build is complete by a worker Dragon Mag and a compact red dot sight and the Magpul hand stop kit. Well. Interesting. And he's got another one too. Now this is sort of the other end of the spectrum for him. He said it's a sling fire he did about 4 years ago. Regardless, I do remember being very happy with it at the time, and now after recently discovering it, my opinion is unchanged. I thrifted a Nerf spring fire, which I added a full seal half dart conversion kit made from mod junk. It uses a stock dart gate gutted and altered to accept a 170mm chamfered worker barrel with a scavenged cosmetic Nerf barrel as a shroud and a foam muzzle from an AM Pro. The pusher is from an old worker Retaliator half dart kit, cut and reprofiled to work with my breech barrel mod and a worker half dart mag adapter. I found the one with the release switch works really well with the sling fire. It makes reloading so much smoother than the stock reload. It has a 9mm worker Retaliator spring and hits 115 FPS average and is a favourite food worker 1 gram bamboos. Oh, so its favourite dart is my worker 1 gram bamboos. Okay. No plans to repaint it. I kind of like the sleeper vibe with this one. I almost want to call it jank. I don't know. I'll leave that to you. Well, it's been modded. Fair enough. I would say it looks pretty jank. Funny how the barrel front end looks like the much later X-Shot long shot, doesn't it? I wonder if it's got the Metal Gear kit in it. Doesn't look like it's got the metal lever on it. I do like them. I've got one of them somewhere I want to mod with the extra long barrel shroud thing. But yes, cool looking thing. Very strange, almost like a lever action submachine gun, isn't it? So moving on, next we've got one of our old favourites, Papa Bludgeon. And he says, here's my latest entry for Show Me the Modded Thing, the D revolver. This is my take on the D revolver that appears in Go-Ju-Er. I'm assuming a Japanese cartoon or something. I don't watch them, mate. Anyway, when Decker Red made his explosive debut, I really liked the design from the show, but I was stuck with two problems. One, the blaster needed a revolving cylinder, and two, the barrels had to reciprocate in some way. So what's he talking about? Recoil. Oh, I see. Okay. I delved into the box of blasters I found a while back, and initially I was going to use a Nerf Maverick, but I like the look of the strong arm better. Yes, so do I. It's a little more sleek. While my first problem was solved, I still had to figure out how figure out the reciprocating barrels. I found a barrel extension for the strong arm, and then came up with the priming mechanism that attached to the rear slide. I then bolted on a skeleton key launcher to create the double barrel look. Okay, I'm looking at the thing and I can see two muzzles, can't see two barrels, but okay. Next I'm painting, and I went with metallic red paint, and I think it turned out quite well. I also removed the dart posts and widened the dart chamber so it can be reloaded. Oh, okay. And then I added several cosmetic features, including an SP license with the working judgment time features. I'm getting 67 FPS with worker half darts and 20 FPS with mega darts from the skeleton key. 20 FPS, that's going to be, yeah. I see. Oh, I see. I'm assuming the mega darts go in the front bit with the little bit of hockey strap, it looks like. I see. Now I'm beginning to understand. So it's basically a strong arm with a master key underneath. If I've got that correct, I'm sure somebody will correct me. Yes, okay. Still, yet again, another bit of crazy creativeness from Papa Bludgeon. Well done, mate. Well done. They're just getting weirder and weirder as we go along. Okie dokie. Next up, we do have a new submission. This is from Zach F. And he says, this is my first entry. Yep. This blaster was born from the box of discarded blaster parts. Oh, I do like somebody who dives into their discarded blaster parts. And when you see this, you're going to be amazed at what's come out at the other end. It has parts from at least 6 different blasters. The main blaster is an Adventure Force power bolt with a Nerf Crossfire hand grip, Nerf Big Shot pump grip, and Nerf Eagle point stock. I made the stock end strike compatible so it can be removed and others added. I also added an end strike rail to the top and extra mag storage on the side from the front of a Nerf Bulldog. All right. No internal mods except the AR removes on the Big Shot so it can shoot rifle also. Okie dokie. Painted in primer grey with black, yellow and red highlights, finished in clear coat. The green comes from the original blaster colour. Oh, that's a clever idea. The project was originally supposed to be a quick janky mod, but over time it developed a more polished look. It certainly did. I mean, this is amazing, just considering all the bits and pieces. and the way he's put it together, and the finish on it is gorgeous. I mean, okay, looks like a child's toy because of all the different colours, but it's really nicely done. And no great gobs of putty anywhere. Very, very nicely done. And at the end here, he's thrown on a photo of his Spring Thunder, and he tells me he chucked it in just because he's had it for a while, and he got it back in 2020, and he never liked how all the 3D parts made it unstable, and it was constantly misaligning. I actually have one myself. I haven't put it together yet, unfortunately, because I can't get the right size threaded rods because I'm in Australia. So he screwed down a 2-foot length of aluminium Picatinny rail to the top of the blaster. Now, why didn't I think of that? And it looks like he's even put an aluminium pump slide in too, which is another clever idea. Now, it's as straight as an arrow. It did add a little bit of weight, but it's worth it. Of course it is. It's a brilliant idea, and aluminium is not that heavy. Because of doing this, I found that maintenance on the blaster is a lot easier. You can remove the threaded rods, and that usually holds the blaster together. You can remove the threaded rods that usually hold the blaster together, and you still have it in one piece, and you can simply unscrew the part you need access to. Oh, that's, yeah, of course, yeah. Also added a matching 3D printed sights, I see what he's mean. Plus textured rubber grip and cheap buttstock shell holder that doesn't actually hold shells, but mainly for comfort. That's really good, yeah. That's really nice. I might actually dig out my Spring Thunder and hopefully find some instructions how to put it together and organise that. Very well done. That's a clever idea. I wish I'd thought of it, but I'm not that clever. Well done. That, very well done. Nice. Okay, next up we've got one from, and I hope I get this guy's name right. It's Luke As B, and this is one of the ones I've seen online. I asked him to send build details. He didn't send me much. He says, Nerf Stockade modified, battery compartment removed, replaced with rechargeable battery, internal safety and limit switches moved, painted for fun. And that's all he tells me. Nothing else. And it was funny, the day before I saw this, I actually uploaded my Stockade Rev Trigger 3D print to somewhere, thingyverse or something. I'll put a link down below. You can whack that in. It takes the original switch out of the Stockade, and you actually use the switch. You just put it in this little housing that goes into the pistol grip, and you've got a rev trigger instead of an on-off switch, so you can save your battery. But this is, you know, the paint job's perfectly adequate. Looks great. I like the little nuclear sign on the door. That's really cool. Yeah, just a few colours. Even got some wires there stuck out on the outside and the front. I wonder if that's detail or somehow he's using that as he's running the wires on the outside of the blaster for some reason. Interesting. Very nicely done. Okie dokie. And coming up finally, we have one from Nerfer X. Now this is a fella from my neck of the woods. He says, this is my personal ONTOS 36mm XPT, 0.45cm Monkey Mods barrel, nylon catch, plunger and breech, 1.6mm spring, 1 gram worker darts, 340 FPS, or on a 700mm barrel and 1.8mm spring, 408 FPS on a 1 gram worker dart. And that's all he tells me about it. Doesn't tell me about paints or whatever else he's done it. But very nice. I don't even know what an ONTOS is. I don't know where it's come from, who makes it, whatever. Must be new. But lovely looking stuff. Absolutely lovely looking stuff. Okay guys, that's it for this month's. Haven't had many submissions, so spread the word. Get your friends submitting work to me. I'd love to feature them. And I'll see you next month. Bye for now.